Good morning, everyone. I'm going to start with a new topic, the feminist theory of state. So, feminism is the advocacy of rights of women, and which explains that women have been disadvantaged compared to men and subordinated to men because of the system of patriarchy. Then, patriarchy is a system of social structure and practices through which men dominate and exploit women. And this sentence it implies two things. One, it is a social practice, not a biological differences, and then the not every individual man is necessarily in a position of domination, nor every woman is subordinated. So all in all, अगर just देखें इसका, so feminism is about equality, equality to that of man, equality to that of all genders, a gendered equality. So first question, if they think and if it is perceivable that women have not been given equal status and opportunity, it means they are at disadvantaged position, which means they have not been provided equal rights, they have not been given the equal privileges that are available to men. So who is to be blamed here? The feminism, they have articulately blamed it on patriarchy. So patriarchy, it means rule of father, a Latin term which when broken down, it turns into the rule of father, which in various form take the rule of the male personality, male figure. So all in all, patriarchy in short, man, a core figure, has been given the task of important decisions. So all the important decisions which involve the social decisions, the financial decisions, all of them they are on the shoulders of men or they are under the control of men. So ये तो चीज बिल्कुल सामने है. Whoever control the purse control everything. पैसा अगर आप कंट्रोल करते हैं, it's the power. If you control the purse, which also means resources other than money. So if you are in control of resources, then you control everything. So man has been given the control of resources, control of purse, and which led to unequal privileges being given to women. So there may be various reasons that have been cited by people of history who have started this practice, but if you look at world history, you will find instances that it is replete with the bloody violences, various kind of violences. Whole the recorded history from the from where it started, Mesopotamia, where it first started. So from the beginning of the recorded history up to 2024, the world it has been created and destroyed time and again. So violence is at the core of human nature, or it has been at the core of world history. So during those pressing and tough times, during those times of blood and violence, it was needed that the authority, the control, it should be given to one person who is free from any other work. So out of two gender, male and female, मैं ये इतिहास की बात कर रहा हूँ, talking about the vestiges of world history. So out of the two gender, male and female, according to the old vestiges, she has been um, given the biological task of reproduction, nurturing and care. And अगर हम सिर्फ थोड़े 200-300 साल if we go back in time, we will know this exact status of society then. So biologically, out of the two gender, male is certainly free, both physically and responsibility wise, because male figure hai, he does not need to carry a child in his womb. Male is physically stronger because of a biological property, sexual dimorphism, in which primates, especially the people of Homo stock, all the mammals, there is a glaring differences between the physical proportion of both the genders. So ये आप सब के अंदर देख सकते हैं. Even you will find the difference in goats, in sheep, in lions, in tigers, in cattle, and even humans as well. There is a physical differences which is known as sexual dimorphism. So उस वक्त के लिए, उस एज की सोसाइटी के लिए, the patriarchally suited well, because male figure was free and was physically strong enough. So the essential core tasks then, especially related to security and finding the resources to feeding the family, all were given to the male authority. And वो बाकी आप जानते हैं, our society, so anything that is beneficial and helps in survival of society, with the onset of time, if the same custom it is satisfied by a few centuries, then it is petrified as a custom, and then it becomes ritualized. So that's how the same biological sexual dimorphism, and then the physical capacity to look for the resources, it led to patriarchy, and this system became ritualized, and then ritualization of this further practice could not be reformed. Because of the lack of reform, we are seeing a degrading form of patriarchy that is prevalent today. Then, second paragraph, patriarchy is a system of social and power relations where men dominate and control women. So, as I have said, पहले ऐसा नहीं था. पहले the patriarchy was like a handy tool, but later on, जब कोई ritual हो जाता है, then it seldom serves the original purpose and often exploits the weak. So धीरे धीरे यही practice जो है, the essential handy tool became an exploiting practice and started controlling women. And it is present in different institutions and structure, from family to state to international relations. ये तो हर जगह है ही है. And it also varies according to different social systems and culture. यही अगर आप democratic society, especially Scandinavian society, like Norway, Sweden, Denmark, यहाँ पे देखेंगे it's totally a very mellowed down, a very diluted form of patriarchy. यही आप अगर मुस्लिम कंट्रीज में देखेंगे, especially the Middle East and West Asian country, वहाँ पे the patriarchy maybe is at its height. So variations are there. Patriarchy determines relation between men and women, between individual social groups, community, and social formation. Then at each stage it has at its special characteristic and intersect with all prevailing concepts like nationalism, militarism, religion. Then patriarchy is a pervasive ideology that one has been challenged and contested. अब इसका मतलब ये है, जितने भी stages that have been talked about here, especially from prehistoric level to ancient society to feudalism, capitalism, modern nationalism, then globalization, where horizontal or vertical groups, from small individual groups to bigger social groups such as family, then communities, your caste groups, your class groups, then many bigger social formations, and then to state and international level, and it also crisscross between various cultures. So this whole labyrinth of patriarchy, it is a pervasive ideology, which means ये हर जगह पे है, ubiquitous, and it has its spatial characteristic, and which intersect with all different concepts. So what are those characteristics that intersect with other concepts? वैसे तो इस चैप्टर में देखना ही है, but I'll give you an idea. So let's take the example of nationalism. So nationalism, in this concept, nation is regarded as a mother, a female figure, and then it's the duty of man. It becomes the duty of man to protect his mother, his female compatriot. So again, यहाँ पे female authority or female figure, it is put under veil, it is put under protection, or is considered as someone who needs protection. So first, यहाँ पे difference है. Then militarism. So especially this militarism, it is considered a male domain, which is that violence or common fights, they are considered the authority, the dominion or jurisdiction of male alone. Female के लिए नहीं consider किया जाता कि they are able to fight like man. And then religion में देखते हैं तो most of the religion, most of the pervasive religions of this time, uh, especially Islam and even Hinduism, इन दोनों की बात करते हैं, both of them, they keep women in a degraded position, especially not that degraded, but a disadvantaged position. And even in India, you can see the tradition of veil, ghungat. It is still practiced in many communities. And Islam, mein, the women, they are covered from head to toe in burqa. So this is a clear, visible form of the patriarchal rule or the religious authority, which consider women to be in subordinated position to men and in a position that needs protection from men. Then third paragraph, feminism incorporates many strands from liberal, radical, socialist, and postmodernist feminists. However, a commonality in their judgment exists that gender inequality continues to exist. Yes, क्योंकि वही फेमिनिज्म का रूट कॉज ही वही है. They are seeking equal status and equal right to that of men. So वो तभी होगा जब they are gender inequalities. And second commonality is that in gender roles, the private and natural role assigned to women serves to make their work and labor invisible. Yes, ये second एक और है, that जो roles that have been assigned to women, especially the nurturing right, the role of nurturing, the role of reproduction, to care about children, all of them, and even the household work, all of those work, they are unpaid. So एक बार some time back, a few years back, a famous Tollywood actor, he talked about paying women to make the household work payable. Kamal Hassan, yes. So he was the visible face who talked about paying women for their unpaid work, because the household work, even if it is not count as under GDP, it is still amounts to a lot, because they are toiling day and night, even if it's about making up for resources, even if it is about women who are looking for the cooking fuel, resources for finding water, tending to crops, looking after children, caring for the elders, all of those work, it takes physical effort. And if those hands are freed, then those hands can be employed in the mainstream economy. So problem यही है that in economic term, GDP counts everything that can be measured. तो यहाँ पे जितने भी economic activities हैं which has a premium. So like I am a teacher और मुझे कहीं भी पढ़ाना है, I put a premium. So premium के में जो activities आती है, चाहे सब्जी बेचना हो, दूध बेचना हो, जितने भी मैन्युफैक्चर्ड प्रोडक्ट्स हैं, ऑल द सर्विसेज with their premium they will be counted under mainstream economies and they can be measured, and जो measure होगा it will be counted under GDP, और फिर उसमें जितने भी प्रॉब्लम्स होगी, इश्यूज होगी, it can be reformed by the politicians or the administrators. But जो हाउस होल्ड वर्क्स हैं, एज आई सेड, कि चाहे गरीब महिला है, इवन इफ शी इज जस्ट अबाउट looking for cooking fuel or fetching water, tending crops, looking after the elderly, cooking for household members, even if just sieving the patchworks, all of those works they are not counted as counted under mainstream economy. So उसकी वजह से the whole thing it is neglected. And I personally believe कि यहाँ पे जो household members हैं they needed to be included in the mainstream economy, क्योंकि उससे we will have a clear and absolute picture of GDP, gross domestic product, and then फिर उसमें जितने भी issues हैं they can be put on the radar, put on the platform, they can be deliberated, and some solutions can be found. So yes, Kamal Hassan he did a good job, and he sought that women should be paid for their household work. So ये दो issues हैं. First, gender inequality and their invisible labor. फिर feminism, feminists they emphasize the process of democracy as integral for gaining rights. So feminism के लिए, yes, one may ask question, how do the feminists or how does the feminism is going to get its rights? So it's not violence, it's not they are not that they are seeking their rights on gunpoint, or it's not that they are looking for any long drawn out popular movement. All they need, all they're seeking is a process of democracy. इसको अगर दूसरे तरीके से देखें, so feminism they are treading on liberal lines, क्योंकि it might have happened that वो अपने rights के लिए they might have resorted to violence, they might have resorted to guerrilla tactics, they might have resorted to raids, and they might have resorted to any such violent tactic, any such unapproachable or unredeemable technique which could have made a deadly dent in the society. But yet they are seeking their rights, but via through a non-violent and democratic process. Then most feminists they challenge the doctrine of essentialism that casts women with fixed identity, women as essentially peaceful and man as aggressor. Yes, and the fourth point they are cited as they are putting forward is that they should not be judged in a fixed identity. Because women, other than the biological differences, they are same as we men, especially they are Homo sapiens. So biologically, there are not many differences. Yes, the core difference, especially the related to the sexual differences, are there. The sexual dimorphism that I have talked about. So this sexual dimorphism is not only about the difference in the physical capacity, it is also about many physical characteristics. वो सब आप जानते हैं. So other than that, the mental caliber it is the same. क्योंकि उसमें they have the same brain, same the intricate processes, same neurology, same neurotransmitters, same hormonal level, and women can be aggressors. Women can have an aggressive personality, and men can have peaceful personality as well. So it's not that both the gender. It's not about uh, you know removing the fixed identity of women. It is also about removing the fixed identity of men as well. Because all men are not aggressive, all men are not violent. अगर ऐसा होता तो डॉक्टर a violent man will have a violent personality or a violent mental working. और फिर डॉक्टर के लिए स्पेशली हु इज ट्रीटिंग योर चाइल्ड। अब ऐसे में ऐसे आदमी को, वायलेंट मैन, उसको डॉक्टर की तरह यू कैन नॉट सी, यू विल नॉट अलाउ हिम टू बी। सेम वे टेंडिंग वर्क में या ऑल दूसरे जितने ही वर्क हैं, इवन जैसे द टीचिंग वर्क और द वर्क ऑफ एन एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर। अब यहाँ पे आपको क्या हर टाइम वायलेंस ही चाहिए, हर कोई और सिर्फ वायलेंटली बात करें? देयर आर मैनी areas, many fields of operation that need calm and composed mental working. There are many areas where even if you are violent, it will not help at all. There are many areas which needs critical thinking, a critical bent of mind, thousands of hours of analysis. तो ऐसे में ये फिक्स आइडेंटिटीज हैं, ये सिर्फ फेमिनिज्म के लिए नहीं, इट्स ऑल अबाउट द सोसाइटी इन जनरल, दैट इफ यू break those fixed casts, then society will be a different place, because and then you will have a newer perception, an evolutionary perception of both men and women, and they will be seen in different light as such.